Which figure has exactly 5 faces? Number 2, Lamont drew the design shown below. The design appears to be composed of which type of figures? Only trapezoids, trapezoids and parallelograms, parallelograms only, or parallelograms and rectangles. So think about which is in all of those. Ramona drew 4 figures. She wrote the number on each one. Which is the sum of the numbers Ramona wrote that on the quadrilaterals? So think of which ones are quadrilaterals and add those up. Make sure ones, tens, hundreds in your answers. Francisco drew the figure below. Which statement is true? The figure has 6 faces, 8 vertices. The figure has 8 faces, 6 edges. The figure has 6 faces, 12 vertices. Or the figure has 6 faces and 8 edges. Okay, so go through each one, and it's either going to be true or false, and you're looking for the one that's true. Caitlin made the figure using 2 rulers and 2 yardsticks as shown below. Which type of figure did she make? Okay, so we can see that this one and this one are the same size, and this side are the same. So what is that? Trapezoid, rhombus, parallelogram, or rectangle? Number 3, Nicholas is going to sort these figures into 3 groups, which shows a way to group the figures. Is there 1 square, 1 rectangle, and 4 rhombuses? B, 2 hexagons and 4 quadrilaterals? C, 1 octagon, 1 hexagon, and 4 quadrilaterals? Or D, 1 hexagon, 1 pentagon, and 4 quadrilaterals? Again, I would always put true and false here, okay, and then circle if that's true or false. But remember, he's putting them into 3 groups. After Lantana completes high school, she may choose to attend a 4-year college or university. If she attends a college or university, she will increase her knowledge and skills. With more knowledge and skills, Lantana may have a better chance to get a job that A, requires no work, B, any child could do, C, no one else would want to do, or D, pays her well. Number 2, during the winter months, Mr. Diaglo pays $5 for a quart of strawberries. During the summer months, he has to pay $1 for a quart of strawberries. Which best explains why people pay less for a quart of strawberries in the summer than why in the winter? F, strawberries are more plentiful during the summer, so some months are cheaper. G, people have more money during the winter months than in summer months. Strawberries are scarce during the summer months, so they are cheaper, or people like to eat strawberries during the summer months. Guys, just think about these answers and figure out which one you think is true. And then you should have true and false on each of these, and the one that's true is your answer. Mr. Zhang borrowed $2,654 from a bank. The bank expects Mr. Zhang to pay back some but not all of the money. Is that true or false? B, keep the money and not pay it back. Is that true or false? C, pay back all the money plus interest. Or D, give the money to someone who needs it. So think about these, and there's only one that a bank allows you to do. Number 1 on the other side. From the time he was 6 years old, Cedro has been saving $4 a week in his savings account at a bank. He has planned to use the money to help pay him for college in the future. Cedro is now 9 years old and has $428 in his savings account. Cedro should probably A, stop saving because he has enough money to pay for college. B, continue saving each week to reach his goal of going to college. C, stop saving because he will never be able to afford college. Or D, continue saving each week because he will soon be able to afford a car. Number 2, Mrs. Brown owns a business that builds complex computer systems for NASA. Her business is growing and she needs to hire a new employee to help her design a new computer system. She will likely hire a person that has a degree from A, cooking or culinary school, B, middle or high school, C, a college or technical school, or J, musical or theater art school. Number 3, in the year 1835, a freeze destroyed almost all of the orange trees in the state of Florida. Because oranges became scarce, the prices of oranges and orange juice in the state of Florida likely were higher than they were in 1834, were the same as they were in 1834, were lower than they were in 1834, or D, were not reported in newspapers in 1834. Okay, so think about it. If it froze all the oranges, do we have a lot of them or not? Okay, and depending on that, depends on what happens here. All right, last page. Mrs. Taylor spent the last 3 days in the hospital recovering from an accident. When she was released this afternoon, she will owe the hospital $900 for medical bills. Mrs. Taylor has only $400. What will Mrs. Taylor most likely have to do? And again, true and false on these. A, photograph $900 and give it to the hospital. B, pretend that she is still injured. C, ask for credit in the amount of $500. Or D, convince the hospital that $400 is enough. Number 2, William earns money each month for mowing his neighbor's yard. Each time William is paid, he saves $12 in the bank. He spends the rest of the money on entertainment and clothes. The money William saves in the bank, A, should be spent on more clothes. G, earn interest and increase. B, will be stolen eventually. Or J, should be taken out as soon as possible. So again, make sure in each answer choice, true or false. Number 3, for a homework assignment, Solomar had to list 5 of her goals. Look at the list below. 1, get excellent grades in high school. 2, get Taylor Swift's autograph. 3, complete college. 4, get silky smooth hair. And 5, take naps every afternoon. If Solomar accomplishes the 5 goals, which 2 goals will help her the most to get a job as an adult? Would you look at goals 1 and 2 to get a job? Goals 2 and 4? C, goals 4 and 5? Or goals 1 and 3? At the start of the year, Seth began making and selling bracelets made out of string. He sold them to other students for $1 each. A few days later, 10 other students began making and selling the same bracelet, but they sold their bracelets for 75 cents each. Within a month, 30 more students began making and selling bracelets. They sold theirs for 50 cents each. If Seth continues to sell bracelets, he will probably have to sell each one for A, 50 cents or less, B, more than $1, C, 75 cents to $1, or D, no money at all. Number 2, some people sometimes use credit when, and again, these are going to be true or false. F, they have more money than they can spend in a lifetime. G, they need or want to show a bank how much money they have. H, they own many things and want to sell them to people who have nothing. Or J, need and want to buy something that they cannot afford. Number 3, Abigail's class went on a study trip to a bank. The manager of the bank told the students about the benefits of saving money, and the manager probably did not say, again, true or false, saving money can now help you pay for college in the future. B, save money isn't necessary because you'll have a good job in the future. C, your savings can help you pay for the unexpected expenses in the future. Or D, your savings can help you pay for things that you may need or want in the future. So remember, it's probably going to be the false one because it's what he probably would not say. Okay, and that's math.